Jai Mahamaya Ki Jai, Chandi Mata Ki Jai. If you remember, in our discourses coming up, the Divine Mother has destroyed so many thoughts, powerful thoughts. Self-conceit, self-deprecation, too much, too little, hypocrisy, he who appears to be a friend, and on, anger and passion, the seeds of desire. And so here we are at the next chapter, after all of those have met their demise and we're back more in our place of divinity with the gods all replaced into the heavens. So what's going to happen now? Celebration and honor. So we'll begin this chapter. I meditate on the goddess Bhuvaneshwari, the ruler of the earth. The brilliancy of her body is like sunrise in the morning. The moon is a crown upon her head. Her swelling breast overflow, and her 3 eyes are in union. Upon her face shines her radiant smile, and her hand shows the mudra, granting boons, the curved sword, net, and mudra, granting fearlessness. When the great Lord of Thought was slain by the goddess, the gods, with the rule of the pure, led by the light of meditation, illuminating the quarters with their cheerful faces, because of the fulfillment of their desire, praise the ever-pure one. O goddess, you who remove the distress of all who take refuge in you, be pleased, O mother of the entire perceivable world. Be pleased, O supreme of the universe. Protect the universe. O goddess, you are supreme over all of that moves and does not move. Because you came at the moment as the intrinsic nature of the earth, you alone are the sole support of the material world. O goddess of unchangeable valor, you reside in the intrinsic nature of water, in the form of its container, whereby you gratify all. You are the energy of the consciousness that pervades all, O infinite valor, the seed of the universe, that which is beyond limitation. By you, O goddess, all is diluted by attachment, and if you are gracious, you are the cause of liberation in this world. O goddess, all that is knowable are your various distinctions, and all women in this world reflect your capacity entirely. By you, O Mother, this world is filled. By you and for you, who are beyond praise, how can we sing of your glory? O Goddess, the store of heaven and liberation, you are all existence. When you have been thus extolled, what else can we sing of your glory? You reside in the hearts of all living beings in the form of intelligence. You bestow upon your devotees heaven and liberation. O Goddess, exposer of consciousness, we bow to thee. In the form of the division of time, you bring about change. To the energy that exists after the dissolution of the universe, exposer of consciousness, we bow to thee. To the auspicious of all auspicious, to the good, to the accomplisher of all objectives, to the source of refuge, to the mother of the 3 worlds, to the goddess who is rays of lights, exposer of consciousness, we bow to you. You are the eternal energy and creative preservation and destruction in all existence, that upon which all qualities depend, that which limits all qualities. Exposer of consciousness, we bow to thee. Those who are devoted to you and take refuge in you, even though lowly and humble, you save them from all discomfort and unhappiness. All worry you take away, O Goddess, exposer of consciousness, we bow to you. Wearing the form of creative energy, sitting upon the carrier, yoked to the swan of the vital breath, sprinkling water with the sanctity of kusa grass, O Goddess, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. in the form of the energy of the great seer ball, displaying the trident of unity, the moon of devotion, and the serpents of energy, mounted upon the great bull of disciplined exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. Appearing in the form of the ever-pure one, accompanied by the cock of regularity and the peacock of beauty, wielding the great energy, sinless exposer of consciousness, we bow to you. Be gracious in the form of the energy of the consciousness that pervades all. You who bear the conch of vibrations, the discus of revolving time, the club of articulation, and the bow of discrimination, exposure of consciousness, we bow to you. In the form of the most excellent desire of union, you raise the earth with your tusk of preservation, wielding the great discus of revolving time for the good, exposer of consciousness, we bow to you. In the form of the man-lion of courageous fortitude, you engaged in slaying thoughts, protecting the three worlds. Exposer of consciousness, we bow to thee. With great teeth in your mouth, displaying a garland of heads of evil thoughts, O slayer of passion and anger, exposer of consciousness, we bow to thee. To true wealth, humility, great knowledge, faith, nourishment, self-sustenance, constancy, the great night ignorance, and the great measurement of consciousness, exposer of consciousness, we bow to you. May this beautiful face, displaying three eyes, protect us from all existence. Ever pure one, we bow to you. O Goddess, the love sound of your bell fills the perceivable world, destroying the powers of all thoughts and protecting us from evil as a mother protects her children. May the brilliant sword of worship in your hands, smeared with the blood and of all thoughts, set for our welfare. O you who tears apart thought, we bow to you. O Goddess, remover of the sufferings and calamities of the universe, be gracious to us. We bow down to you, you who are worthy of praise by the inhabitants of the three worlds. Grant the best to all worlds. The goddess said, O gods, I shall give you a blessing, whatever blessing be your mind's desire for the benefit of the world, that blessing I shall give to you. The god said, O spirit of the supreme sovereign, terminate all disturbance in the three worlds, and in like manner remove from us all hostility. The goddess said, in the 14th part of the day of the infinite, ruled by the universal light, in the 28th period for manifestation, two great thoughts, self-conceit and self-deprecation, will manifest again. Then I shall be born from the womb of welfare in the house of the guardian of delight, and residing in the mountains of knowledge, I shall slay them. Then the gods in the heaven and the men of the worlds who will constantly sing my praise, then everywhere people will offer me praise as she who has like a bee nature. Thus, whenever oppression arises from confused thoughts, I shall manifest to destroy the foes. Mahamaya Mata Ki Jai, Hare Kandeshwari Mata Ki Jai, Bole Baba Ki Jai.